Patience, I thought you wanted to present. Now share your screen and start.
I'm trying to share with my laptop, but I don't know how to go about it. Good morning, sir. Any ideas, please? I'm trying to share my screen. I'm with you people, but I'm unable to do that.
Better move it to the phone and then share with the phone. There is so tough to see.
Still dark. Let me see. Is it better? Worse, ba?
We can't see from that end. Maybe you move it to the phone, and then you can use your.
Okay.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, doctor. Good morning, doctor. Hello, good morning, mate.
Good morning, Okusa.
Good morning, we are with you.
We can see your screen. Morning.
Can we see my slide?
Yes.
Yes, we can see your slide.
Good morning, my distinguished lecturer, my mate. My name is Okusa. I will be presenting on my research topic, the effect of greenhouse gases in Benue State. As you can see the pictures on this slide, the other picture is showing greenhouse gases.
The temperature, the distance between seedbeds. I hope my talk will be replaced for E.
Hello.
You.
Okay, sir. As you can see the pictures, greenhouse gases emission taking place in that factory, and greenhouse effect taking place on planet Earth. So we move to the introduction of the topic. Greenhouse gases are gases that trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun and make the Earth warm for living things to live. These gases are carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, and water vapor. These are the examples of greenhouse gases. These gases influence climate patterns that affect agriculture, health, ecosystem, socio-economic conditions. These gases doesn't only affect living things, but they also affect non-living things like air, water, land, and the rest. That is why we are making reference to ecosystems. Background of my studies. As we all know, the profile of Benue State. Benue State is located in north central of Nigeria and is also known as food basket of the nation. So you understand that it's very rich in agriculture. It has a fertile land for agriculture. Population growth and industrial activities has increased environmental issues. As you can see, this person farming beside that stream, and you can see industrial activities there taking place. Much of the emission of toxic substances, which we refer as greenhouse gases, is already affecting the crops. As you can see, he planted some crops there, but you can see them, they are not doing well because of those greenhouse gases. You understand that greenhouse gases, too much of it also affect. Sources of greenhouse gases in Benue State. We have agricultural sector success, livestock enteric fermentation, rice paddies, etc., produce methane. Cases of flood where you farm rice and it's flooded, and you see it becomes rice paddies and it produces methane. Same thing for the livestock. Deforestation and land use. Trees removed for farming, firewood release, store carbon energy. You know that. Transport. Under transport, we have vehicles and generators. These emit carbon dioxide waste because of the burning of fossil fuel that produce toxic substances. Because of the nature of the town that we are living, Makodi, Boko, Tukbo, there's a lot of transport services, town services, Okada, and all that. So you discover they emit carbon dioxide, which is one of the greenhouse gases, and it affects humans. Open burning and decomposition release methane and carbon dioxide. For the cost of farming, they burnt bushes, they burnt trees, and then those left out, like most of organic waste, when they decompose, discover that methane is being released. Methodology. Data collection. Primarily, we collected data from field surveys, farmers' interviews. Secondary sources. Secondary sources of data. We collected from government reports, meteorological data, and satellite. Data analysis tools. Temperature and rainfall trend analysis. Greenhouse gases concentration measurements, and GIS and remote sensors for land use change. When we are referring to GIS, we are referring to Geographic Information System. Findings, temperature and climate trend, long-term increase in average annual temperature. Effect on agric, heat stress reduce crop yield and productivity, just like what we're seeing at that factory behind the factory. They farm vegetables there, but because of that, heat produced from the industry affected it. And then they have poor productivity. Water scarcity impacting crop growth, pests and diseases. Warmer temperatures increase pest disease incident. Livestock productivity. Heat affect animals' health and milk and meat production.
Okosa, sorry, can you please pause? Can you please pause? Hello? Please, can you help go back to your slide? I don't know why Patience decide to share a slide. Your slide is no longer showing.
Okay. So I should go back and share.
Yes, go back and share your slide. Patience, please, can you take down your slide? Someone is presenting, and we need to see the slide of that person. Good morning, sir. Fine, sir. Okay, now your slide is showing. You can continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So this is where we were. Effect on agriculture. Heat stress reduced crop yield and productivity. Water scarcity impacting crops growth, pests and diseases. Warmer temperature increased pest diseases incident. Livestock productivity, heat affects animal health and milk and meat production. So we have environmental and health impacts. Under environment, soil degradation and desertification risk. Whenever we have much of those greenhouse gases released in the air, they can cause soil degradation and they can cause desertification because of global warming and climate change. This reduces forest cover. So we have such environmental issues taking place. And then we have health. Health increased respiratory illness. Health increased respiratory illness, heat-related most of people are having cough and all that because of the greenhouse gases that we are inhaling from vehicles and factory producing machines, generators, and the rest. So we have socio-economic implication. We have issues of food scarcity when we have environmental issues like soil degradation and deforestation, and then those gases are much on the air causing climate change. We have issues of food scarcity. We have issues of farmers' income decline, migration from rural areas, people move. It's just what we are having now. You see, Fulani is moving down well because of how the land is desertified now because of desertification. So the Fulanis move from north to south, thereby causing a lot of harm to people that have good land. One reason or the other. Increase in cost of adaptation may like to go to irrigation. So that increase we need to promote forest, and they will know the benefit of forest. Greenhouse gases monitoring. We must monitor to companies that emit much of those gases so that they will engage into modern technology so that they can avoid the release of much of those gases and waste. So public awareness, people need to be aware so that we reduce the implication of them being contacted by one disease to another. So my conclusion here, greenhouse gases emissions are impacting the climate and livelihood in Benue State. Strategy interventions are needed to improve resilience and sustainability. Thank you so much for listening. If there's any question.
Please, what I missed out is your reg number. Can you call your reg number out for me?
Okay,
Your matriculation number or your registration number?
We don't have reg number yet.
we are not
Okay,
having
no
a number
problem.
here, only registration number.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So before I make my comment, I want every other person to make their comment. We all learnt about presentation skill. So he has presented from what he learnt on how to present. So let us criticize his presentation. So everyone has to talk in their view. So I'll be the last person to conclude. I'm waiting. So the floor is open. Just raise your hand and unmute your mic and comment.
Good morning, sir. Hello.
First question.
I think he did justice to the topic, but based on her and his composure, presentation was downright straight to the point, and he also kept notice of time. Now, for the designs he did, based on how you taught us, he was able to apply some pictures on it. At least I'm talking, whether positive or negative, or spoken. Now he has done something nice in my presence.
Yeah, I understand. He has done something very beautiful. So, what's your take? What's your comment on it? If this is a presentation presented to you and you're asked to score this presentation, what would you say about the presentation? Will you just say it's a nice presentation, 100%? Because we are here to improve our presentation skill. So, don't feel like, I can't talk my colleague down. There's no big deal attached to this. It's just for us to improve our presentation skill. So, let us in our view clearly. What's your critics about his presentation? Where do you want him to improve? What are the things you want him to do better?
More pictures to deplete some of the write-ups. The write-ups were actually based on the way you taught us. The write-ups were a bit jumbled up. They were much on the platform, so he can just reduce it and just pick bullet points and talk about the bullet points he has written out, then tell us what those bullet points are about. But rather, he puts notes more than the bullet points.
Okay, that's nice.